From Winnie the Pooh being banned in China because the president does not like Winnie Pooh, to SpongeBob being banned for a drop the soap joke. There are tons of moments in children's cartoons that have been banned across the world. In this video, we're gonna look at different cartoons and the countries that they got banned in. Some of the reasons are just absolutely crazy. Nothing is on limits. The most tame jokes even got banned in those countries because the countries just didn't like them. What banned cartoons do you think are gonna be in this video? Starting off strong, one of my favorite cartoons, SpongeBob had multiple episodes banned in the United Kingdom and Australia. I thought Australian people were all about that type of jokes. They be swearing like sailors out there. So I'm surprised that they actually banned an episode of SpongeBob, which is pretty harmless. But you have to remember that this is a children's cartoon, so if it's not appropriate for children according to the government, it's getting banned. In the episode Shanghai, I think that's the city. I don't know what the episode's meaning. It was deemed to be too scary for children. Yes, it turned SpongeBob into a horror film. SpongeBob? SpongeBob, I'm a little scared right now. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Fun fact, I'm actually the voice actor for Patrick Star. Nickelodeon, please call me back. I need work. My family is starving. In this episode, Squidward falls through a nightmare dimension, which, according to the government, was very disturbing to children, so they didn't want to show that. SpongeBob and Patrick also walked through a perfume department of a store, and apparently this was so traumatizing that the government said, we don't want our kids seeing this. This was back in the late 2000s. I would be more concerned with what children are watching today. Have you heard about Skibidi Toilet? Yeah. In the episode Gary Takes a Bath, there's a subliminal message that shows a very cross-eyed girl.
I am now going to assault your mind with subliminal messages. Sorry you had to see that.
Many people think that this is why this episode got banned, but actually, it is because they included a drop the soap joke in SpongeBob.
Why, no, Gary, this isn't the bathtub. It's treasure! Look, doubloons! Don't drop them.
If you don't know what drop the soap means, you should probably not be watching this channel, and you should go back to Teletubbies. When you drop the soap, bad things happen. Don't ask me how I know. I don't know anything personally. I just know it's not a good time. But never mind. I'm just gonna keep going. The funny thing is that SpongeBob usually includes a lot of jokes that adults are gonna watch because children are watching these cartoons with their parents, and the parents want to have somewhat of an enjoyable time. Eventually, though, in 2008, this episode was repealed and it was put back on air. We all know The Simpsons. We know it's not meant for children, but it's also not meant for an incredibly older demographic. I'd say The Simpsons is perfect for teenagers, but due to that, there were episodes that were actually banned in The Simpsons. Funny enough, Pokemon Go is the reason this Simpsons episode got banned. In the episode Looking for Mr. Goodbart, the context here is that in 2016, a Russian YouTuber was arrested in Russia and he was charged with public actions that are aimed to disrespect religion. He was only playing Pokemon Go outside of a church. That was all he was doing. Russia sentenced him to 3.5 years of prison due to blasphemy, which basically means that you're interpreting religion in the way that's not true. If you say God is a wet macaroni noodle, that's blasphemy, and in Russia, you're going to jail. I can no longer travel to Russia after posting this video. Great. Anyways, in the episode Looking for Mr. Goodbart, Homer gets addicted to Pokemon Get. Very clever name, Simpsons. He plays the game in church, and Russia said this looks way too much like the case where we arrested this guy, so they banned it from air in the country. Wow, I didn't know Pokemon was the reason this was going to get banned. If you've seen the Simpsons movie, you probably know about this scene. You're probably gonna think that's why the movie was banned. And if you thought that that was the reason why the Simpsons movie got banned, you'd probably be right in a normal world, but you're actually dead wrong. The real reason is far more stupid than you could ever imagine. It has to do with colors. Just colors. The Simpsons movie was banned in Burmese due to its juxtaposition of red and yellow colors in the film. What does that even mean? It means they used red and yellow too much, which I don't know if you've seen The Simpsons. They're all yellow. The reason why this was bad is because red and yellow in Burmese is associated with rebellion, and the government thought that the Simpsons movie was a political movement. What? Are we talking about this?
Stay back, I got a chainsaw. Uh-oh.
And saying that's a political movement. What is going on? That's like taking Stewie Griffin to a pride rally. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Because he's like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. We all love Peppa Pig. Best cartoon out there. We've all seen the disturbing videos online of Peppa Pig where she morphs into a very disturbing creature, and it's terrifying, and children see this and they get scarred for life. Peppa Pig was actually banned in Australia due to Peppa Pig wanting to get over her fear of spiders, which normally is a pretty okay message in a children's cartoon, because what is a spider gonna do to you? Well, in Australia, there are many spiders that can kill you instantly. So the Australian government said, we do not want children watching this. We do not want them playing with venomous spiders. So the Australian government said, you're done. Similarly to The Simpsons, we all know Family Guy is all about edgy humor.
Hey, Lois, I'd like you to meet our new friend.
Jerome?
Loose Lois.
What?
Loose
You guys know
Lois?
each other?
Know each other? Peter, Jerome is an old boyfriend of mine.
What?
She seems a little too happy to say that.
Oh, sorry, I was out of it. Wait, are we being robbed?
Probably it's going to get banned in a lot of different countries that are not up to date with edgy humor, because Family Guy makes fun of everybody. If you didn't know, a lot of countries in the world do not have free speech protection laws. And due to that, Family Guy does not air there, because Family Guy needs free speech to exist, because they do lots of political commentary. Here's a list of the countries that Family Guy has been banned in: Indonesia, Iran, Vietnam, Egypt, South Africa, Russia, Taiwan, India, Philippines, Venezuela, and even more countries. And lastly, it's also banned in South Korea, where the cartoon is actually animated. The animators work in South Korea, but they can't actually air their own work on South Korean TV. This is probably the reason why America is seen as more stupid than the rest of the world, because that we are allowed to watch Family Guy. If you're Gen Z and young, you may not know about the show Beavis and Butthead, but it's very similar to Family Guy. It's very similar to South Park. Two idiots on screen doing stupid stuff. And mostly when we talk about banned cartoons, they get banned in other parts of the world, not in North America. Beavis and Butthead, though, was banned in America for a very scary reason, actually. In the episode Comedians, Beavis and Butthead both go on a spree of arson and set multiple things on fire. Kind of like I did in my childhood. Anyways, a 5-year-old boy saw this episode and burnt down his entire house with his family inside. What? Obviously, we do not blame the child here, but we have to wonder, where the F are the parents here? What Karen mother is not watching what their child is consuming on the internet? Just saying. Even Shrek is not safe from being banned, because in a certain country, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about right now due to global affairs, leave that up to your interpretation. It was banned due to a joke about Donkey getting to bob it, which, if you don't know what that means, that basically means when you get your Costco hot dog shinged off. Anyways, in the particular country that I'm talking about, there was a celebrity there who had that exact same thing happen to them, and they threatened to sue Shrek due to this joke. So in that country, when they released Shrek, they cut that line out of the film. I guess when you go to court against Shrek, you better check yourself before you get Shrek'd yourself. This is probably the most funny reason a cartoon has been banned. I don't know if you know anything about China, but China's got a president named Xi Jinping. And Xi Jinping does not like Winnie the Pooh at all. And it's not because he thinks the show is bad. He thinks the show is mocking him. Too many people made memes online that Winnie the Pooh with his tummy and shirt looked too much like Xi Jinping, that Xi Jinping got self-conscious and decided to ban all of Winnie the Pooh across China. Winnie the Pooh is one of the most harmless shows out there. Yet Xi Jinping got so self-conscious about his image that he said, nah, nobody's allowed to see Winnie the Pooh. So instead of getting, jacked or losing weight or just not caring what other people think about you, the man is so insecure that he banned a yellow bear that is 3 feet tall. And our most recent banning in history was actually across the world, and guess what cartoon it was? It was SpongeBob, me boy. True. Why did SpongeBob get banned? It's a pretty harmless show. Well, Patrick, I'm happy that you asked that. SpongeBob got banned recently during the COVID pandemic because one of the episodes that they made before the pandemic was called Quarantined Crabs, where basically the entire Bikini Bottom gets infected with a virus. Obviously, you can tell why this was banned, as the world was in a panic at this point. We all remember this time, and it was hell. Anyways, that is why a bunch of cartoons got banned in countries other than North America. Let me know what your favorite cartoon is that we listed here, and make sure to turn on the notification bell so you do not miss my future uploads, because we're gonna have a lot more fun content like this coming out in the future. And also make sure to like the video and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.